Would you do me?
Yeah, I did not.
From our couch to your couch.
It's a whiskey of the month
Whiskey.
episode. So, Mr. Bryce Baker, if you will,
Yeah.
come on down
Get on
to
up here,
stage
Paul.
center on the couch
Yeah.
and join us for a little bit of whiskey
Give us-
dicking.
So, last whiskey of the month, we were in Ireland.
It's been a while, yeah.
It's been a while.
COVID derailed our flight plans.
That it did.
Sure
that
enough.
it did. I'm pretty sure we were in Ireland.
Sounds right.
Yeah, it was the Redbreast 12,
Whiskey.
wasn't it?
was.
And I
It was.
love that
Redbreast
shit.
12.
That's
Yeah.
Still haven't found
You
it.
guys both were fans of the Redbreast,
Still haven't found it.
which was awesome because that's my favorite Irish whiskey. So, but today we're in Scotland.
Oi!
Scotland.
Blimey.
We're in Scotland, laddie.
Shit.
This is getting bad.
Man, come on.
All right, loose.
Without going into,
Yeah,
I
none
guess,
of
too much
dudes.
detail right off the bat, what have you brought for us?
Papa
So
Snap.
I have brought in 3 whiskeys because Scotland does 3 major things with whiskey that
drink,
really
and drunk.
well, okay, 6 major things with
Got 'em.
whiskey. That but they do 3 major things with making whiskey.
Okay, what's
making
up?
whiskey that really affect the flavor. And so I wanted to showcase each of those 3 things.
Yeah.
And so we'll start out with the Glenmorangie 10.
that looks like a bottle of wine.
wow. That is very light.
That is that is a quite a
All
light
right.
color you got
I'm
there.
down.
All right. So before you guys start smelling
Is
and
there any
tasting,
orange in it?
there is not.
You're spoiling it, bro.
Well, it says orange.
He asked a question, I answered.
Orange.
All right,
So-
go ahead. Keep going.
So, Glenmorangie, it's a classic Highland Scotch. Highland Scotch is usually lighter, sweeter, friendlier whiskeys. And I brought Glenmorangie because one thing in Scotland, if you'll remember me, I briefly talked about it, but Scotland can only use previously used barrels
okay.
for aging whiskey. So there has to have been some
that
sort of
at all.
alcohol aged in the barrel in order
Gotcha.
for them to age whiskey in it.
Gotcha.
Glenmorangie uses used bourbon barrels, American oak bourbon barrels.
Right.
Yeah.
Speaking
Let
to
the
you.
audience get a smell.
Yeah, I'm telling them. Don't forget to keep your mouth open.
Oh yeah, keep the mouth open,
All right. So
just close enough, but not
only
too close.
used alcohol barrels.
Yeah, only
Onwards.
used. So Glenmorangie uses used bourbon barrels, so American oak used that was used to age bourbon.
Nice.
And that's all there really is to say about this whiskey. Let's give her a smell, boys.
Not as harsh as usual.
No, I got some fruity aromas going to it.
Man,
Yeah?
Shit, I still just got liquor.
Still just liquor.
Yeah. I got a gutter palate.
It's all right. It might take 10 seasons in a movie for you to get a whiskey acquired taste. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it might.
What a transformation that would be.
What are you picking out from it?
Nothing. Not a damn thing.
I got some fruity notes
Yeah, I
over
got
here,
some
Yogi.
fruity notes. Yeah.
There's that banana again.
Banana.
No, man. I don't fucking smell anything. I can't smell it. It's just liquor. God.
Just smells like liquor.
Just smells like
You
liquor.
unsophisticated swine.
Yeah. Pretty much. Onward.
Yeah,
So let's give her a taste.
That's smooth as hell.
That is like butter smooth. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And no really like harsh aftertaste or any of that either.
No.
Nothing bitter,
That's
nothing harsh.
slight, almost a burn that goes down to my stomach, but it doesn't burn. It was just like
Just warmth.
It's like that whiskey going, "Hey, remember me?" And then
Just
and
a
it's gone.
warmth.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate this one. See, when you take a shot like that, it doesn't make me just want to gag.
That's a delight.
That's a good liquor.
Yeah. So what kind of
tasty.
flavors you guys getting off of that one?
Well, I could definitely taste the oak barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of. It's got a. I know enough to know an oakiness,
Okay.
I've burned enough oak wood in my day to know what
But,
it smells like.
past that,
Kinda
it's
smelly smell.
whiskey, but a very
Yeah.
enjoyable one.
Yeah, for me, it's sweeter. To me, I think the note is sweeter. It's a lighter kind of liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing if it wasn't harsh, that means it was
Very
sweet.
smooth. Very smooth. Yes, if it's not harsh,
So-
it's sweet. Yes.
It's a
Fucking A.
Smooth.
Solid.
Unless
because
it's
you
clubs
can-
or diamonds, you know the old saying.
Then it's spades, bro.
yeah. So
And that's how you get back
you
on
guys
the bus.
commented on the smoothness of it. That's actually because Glenmorangie has some of the tallest stills in, well, really the world. And what that means is as the malted barley is being distilled, a lot of the heavier, like harsher, meatier stuff doesn't make it to the reflux curve. And so all that makes it to the reflux curve is the lighter, prettier flavors. And that's why Glenmorangie is such an easy, pretty, friendly whiskey, is because their stills are
Alright.
freaking massive.
So remember that, boys and girls, the reflux
Yeah.
curve. 10.6
Science!
gigawatts.
There you go. So we want to give her some quick
Got 'em.
ratings real quick.
I'd put that up there with the red breast, man. What was
Yeah,
that?
that's
About a
up there with the
4.5?
red breast for me.
I'll give it a
Yeah.
4.5 overall for me.
4.5. Wow.
I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Nice.
I'll give her a 4.
I'd drink that.
Yeah.
4?
She's good.
4.
She's a good one.
I'd black out
Okay.
on
She's a
this.
good old gal.
Right on.
Give it a chance.
What you get?
Yeah. I give it a 3
Solid.
and a half.
Understood.
Just because I like it a lot. It's got a great flavor, but there's just not a whole lot going on. It's just like, it's really sweet, pretty, friendly, and that's kind of it.
That's
I
all
will
I
say
want.
that, yeah. I don't get like
All
a
I want's
ton
a
of
sweet,
flavors
pretty,
from
Yeah.
friendly
this
thing to
man.
get me
I
drunk.
just kind of get like sweet and oak.
That's all I want.
That's about it.
Yeah,
So-
it's sweet. You know, it's a little fruity. I
Simple.
get a little bit of like
It's like a nice, friendly, soft white glove reaching around for the old bolas to give you a nice, friendly little tickle. Like,
that's what they call in Scotland the
it is.
Glenmorangie.
yeah, it's the classy reach around. That's what the Glenmorangie is.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's a nice
All right,
white
so what do we
glove.
got next, man?
Next is going to be Glendronach 12.
Glendronach.
Glen means river. I learned that today from Bryce.
Oh, yes.
'cause
So,
he knows
yeah.
things.
Yeah, Glen in Gaelic means river.
It's river.
And so the distilleries in Scotland oftentimes are named after the rivers that they're situated on. So in this
Yeah.
case, Glendronach is on the Dronach River.
So if you're ever curious why
Glendronach.
Glen is in a lot of whiskey names, it's a river.
It is. Glen
We
is
should
river.
brew some just awful bathtub whiskey.
Glen
We should-
Brazos.
Glen Brazos.
Let's
Glen
play.
Brazos. Let's do
I'm
it.
down.
Couch
Yeah.
reserve.
All right.
It's all corn.
If you don't mind,
Aged
sir.
3
Oh, yeah.
days.
Yeah. And then we got shit
Oh, you hear
faced.
that pop? That was nice.
Darker. I can already tell it's darker. I don't know if that means anything yet.
Ooh.
Pop, pop. Get it up. Get up.
Classy, slow.
Glendronach.
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 So the reason why I brought Glendronach on is because Glendronach, instead of aging in used bourbon barrels, they age it in used sherry barrels.
Okay, so it's supposed to have a fruity cherry.
So it's going to be
Yes.
sherrier. Is what
It'll
you're
be
saying.
much sherrier.
Okay, much sherrier.
Much sherrier. Yes.
It's an industry term we just coined.
Absolutely. Let's give her a smell.
Okay. Actually, there is something there that's not liquor.
Yeah? What are you smelling?
I mean, I want to say it's cherry because I know it's what it's supposed to be, but
Let's.
It's sherry.
cough syrup. So that could be a multitude of flavors. Yeah.
Yeah, I get a pretty strong like aromatic flavor. I can definitely smell that sherry kind of
Yeah.
smells fucking winey a little
Yeah.
bit, like just a
What
tinge of wine.
What I always get from sherry cask whiskeys is like dried fruit, because it's kind of rubbery, a little bit, you know.
Okay.
I actually think I got more fruit off the last one, but that's
Yeah?
just me. You know.
You sure there was an orange in that shit?
Should have went a banana in that shit.
Might have been.
Dude, is there orange whiskey?
Probably.
It's Glenmorangie, man.
Okay, back at it.
Probably. Let's give her a taste, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sip
let's
it.
give her a little taste
Sip it,
there,
dude.
boys.
Sip.
That one's actually sweeter than the last one,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but it does have a little bit of a burn to it.
Yeah.
For me,
It's weird. It's like it smells harsher, but then it not really.
that's that sherry.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so with sherry cask
So-
whiskeys, it's a lot of, for me anyway, it's dark fruit. You know, it's like dark dried fruit.
A little rough for that second go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's mainly just fruit that I get off this because this is aged 100% of its time in sherry barrels.
Right.
So that sherry impact is massive on Glendronach.
Like a sherry
Glendronach.
atom bomb.
Lower than the last one.
Lower score, you
Mhm.
think? Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
I will say that
It's that burn.
a couple sips in, I mean, it's pretty sweet, but I think the sweetness almost does kind of have. It's just sherry for me, man. I'm not the sherriest fan. It does have a cough syrup twang to it.
Nailed
it.
I think that's just the flavor.
Yeah.
I mean, wines. that
It
are
does.
sherry
It's a
barrels,
little-
brandies and shit or
Yeah.
whatever. Taste
It
like
is a
that to
little
me.
medicinal, but I see. I
Ain't
don't
that
really
the truth?
mind. I don't really mind that medicinal flavor. So I love this whiskey. Like this is one of my favorite sherry cask scotches.
Nice.
So. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is price points.
Oh shit! Yeah,
Okay.
hit us
Yeah.
with some of that.
So Glenmorangie,
Morange
$30.
Really?
for
$30
a box.
$30.
for a box.
You never get nothing out of a box at the liquor store for $30.
No,
You can
man.
get Glenmorangie for $30.
Well, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
$30. Is that a
That's solid, dude.
would
That's,
would pay more?
I would assume more, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
think a 60. It
Really?
tastes good to me. It's good as
Wow.
hell. It
Yeah.
doesn't. It's like you said. It doesn't have as many of the different flavor notes in there. I don't taste as much going on. I really don't with this one.
Well, it
I
also
taste
says the
Yeah, it's- It's
original.
mainly just fruit. Yeah.
So there's others.
Like
the
the Glen,
profile's not as complex. you
it's
know,
really
but-
not, no, but it's what's there.
But
the
it's
reason,
delicious. Yeah.
yeah, the reason
Doesn't
why
have
I
to be.
love Glendronach, the reason why I love Glendronach is because I'm a huge sherry cask fan,
Okay.
and
This guy with the sherry cask.
I love sherry cask, and this is just a sherry, what they call a sherry bomb
Or sherry baby.
or a sherry
follow
baby.
us.
They don't call it that.
They will now.
Sherry
They
baby.
probably will.
But what about
Yeah.
what is your Dronic? What's your price point on the Dronic?
So the Dronach is a little more expensive.
Okay.
It comes in at 60 big.
Little more my
bucks.
ass.
60 grapples.
Yeah.
60 buckaroos for the Glendronach.
That tastes like
I mean,
it.
that's not bad. I don't think I would pay 60 for it just because,
Yeah.
again, I just don't think I'm a sherry person, man. In the
cheap
way
fuck.
that he's not a rye person, I'm slowly discovering that. But
Yeah.
it's not bad at all for what it is. It's just not my thing.
Yeah. Understandable. So you wouldn't pay 60 for the Glendronach?
I think I would take that $60 and invest in 2 Glenmorangies.
Yeah, that seems like the bet. Glenmorangie.
Fair
Or
enough.
maybe this last one. It depends. What are we getting into this?
We'll find out. But first,
Well, tell me.
Justin?
Stars up. Yeah.
What happened?
would you
Oh.
would you pay $60 for the Glen?
Oh,
Glendronach?
no, I'm cheap as hell. I wouldn't pay $60 for a 7.5.
But do you think it's worth $60?
To many people, I'm sure.
Fair enough. Me, I think Glendronach's worth the 60. I pay it for it all the time. So, but that's it's all
That's fine.
personal
Yeah, you got
preference.
preference.
Right.
It's all personal taste. It's what you like, what you don't like.
And I drink and I'm cheap. That's not what the shirt says, but it's what it should say.
Well, that's kind of what we're here for. If you're out there and you're like, man, that looks good, but I don't know. They say cough syrup. I'm not a fan of that. Maybe we'll help you just a little way, but I want to encourage you to try every one of these
Absolutely.
whiskeys because the wide world of whiskeys is a wonderful thing.
It really is. And,
They're
you
tasty.
should always, like when it comes to whiskey, don't be afraid to jump outside of your comfort zone.
Mm-hmm. Taste
like,
around.
Taste around. Yeah. Like go to a good whiskey
Look
bar
around.
and just ask for a glass of something. That way you don't have to buy a whole bottle. Just
Yeah.
ask for a glass of like, hey,
Totally.
what is this? What's the flavor profile
What's
of this?
that
A
one?
good whiskey bartender will know
Mm-hmm.
his whiskeys. And he'll be able to tell you like, oh, this one's a little This one's sweeter. This one's like more floral. This one's a little earthy.
Just add some sherry.
See,
This
most
one
of the
you're
bars
gonna
I
throw
go
up
to,
in
it's like
5
you want to pay
minutes.
$3 or $7.
$3, please.
This is Ardbeg 10. Ardbeg is an Islay Scotch.
Islay Scotch.
Islay Scotch.
Dude, I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead.
It's an
We
Islay
don't know
Scotch.
shit.
Yeah. The Islay Scotch.
Islay
And
de la
Islay
Bella.
Scotch is pretty renowned for doing something with their whiskey. And what they do is there is this moss that grows on the coasts of Scotland
Okay.
that is called peat.
I know what peat moss is.
Yeah, they
peat
find
moss.
bodies in the peat bogs all the time.
Oh,
Exactly.
word.
Yeah.
So
I
peat,
know.
they will dig out bricks of peat. They will set it out in the sun to dry,
Okay.
and then they will light it on fire
Okay.
to dry the malting barley.
All
Well,
right,
what
then.
does that do to the flavor?
It adds a smokiness to it. from
Does
peat.
it?
Yeah, Pete's smoky liquor.
Mhm.
Pete's smoky.
Peat smoky
What's
nuts.
the word? Yeah, sure. Pete's smoky barley.
So yeah,
Smoky barley.
smoky flavor, but it's not just smoke. It adds so many other things to it that come with that smoke, that peat smoke that's absorbed into that malted barley.
It comes with it.
Comes with it, yeah.
So Pete be smoking. That's
I'm
what you're
sticking
saying.
with it.
Pete be smoking.
I'm not going back on my words.
Okay.
Let's
So yeah,
let's
you've
pick
touched
this
it,
one
therefore
up,
we
man.
get to touch it.
Yeah, let's. So give
The
her a smell.
touching has began.
Give her.
Fuck.
Think he hates it.
Oh, that wasn't fun.
Oh
You better
no!
get good at acting. You
Oh
hate it.
no!
You
Yeah.
have to take a
So-
shot.
Give her.
Holy shit! I concur with Middlebrook.
Yeah.
Someone died in this fucking thing. I know that.
It smells like
Smell.
Sharpie. That's what
that
it is.
it?
It smells like fucking Sharpie.
What?
It smells like a permanent goddamn marker.
That's it.
That's exactly what. Nailed it. Permanent marker.
So the Ardbeg 10, it's aged the same way as the Glenmorangie 10, and that's why I wanted to bring these two specifically because they're both 10-year-old scotches,
Okay.
both aged in ex-bourbon barrels.
Gotcha.
But this one is non-peat smoked. This one is.
okay.
And you obviously notice the
very-
difference.
very
What
noticeable
exactly
difference.
the impact that smoking peat over the malted barley has to a whiskey.
Yeah, it's very smoky. It has a very unique smell that, like I said, I don't think I smelled other than permanent marker.
Yeah.
Let's see if it tastes
Can't
like
get that
permanent
out of me.
marker.
So
shall we?
I'll
What does
give you
permanent marker taste like, Yogi?
Black.
tastes like elementary school.
Tastes like black.
Oh no, silver Sharpie's not too bad. Sure, tasted that.
I'm more of an orange fan myself.
Orange.
Sharpie, what the fuck?
Let's do it, man. Let's
Dondrick.
go ahead and dive into it.
Go
Drowning
for it. I'm gonna let
Sharpies.
y'all go first. I want to see these reactions.
Fuck.
I'm gonna watch Middlebrook first. We'll go Yogi first.
It's really not that bad. You just gotta try not to smell it as you're drinking it. You might be able to get it down.
What the fuck?
My turn.
It's really not that terrible.
The aftertaste is straight fucking cough medicine. No,
Cough medicine.
not cough medicine. That throat spray. Yeah, yeah,
Whiskey.
that's the after. Ardbeg.
I think they do a really awesome job of balancing it out. I think it has.
Yeah.
I think it has a sweet to it. It's not too bitter. I
Yeah.
don't get a bad aftertaste from it. It's a totally different flavor out there than anything I've really had up to this point. But yeah, I taste a bold, smoky, like I can taste the herbal
Mm-hmm.
kind of shit too, which is probably from the peat.
Yeah.
I think it tastes like Sharpies and throat spray.
He gets Sharpies and throat spray.
The cherry throat spray. Was that a flavor in it?
I mean, it's medicinal.
I almost
for
want to
sure.
say I also get a little bit
Nailed
of dark
it.
fruit, but I don't know if that's wrong.
No, I get that too.
Yeah.
I get that too. Because, like, because the first sip I have of this is just straight smoke.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
surely there's more than just whiskey and peat in this formula.
Yeah, but, like, I find that with Islay whiskeys, the longer you sip it, the more they develop. And like once you become accustomed to that smoke flavor, because the average human is just not used. We don't taste that on a regular basis. So whenever we first get that hint
It
of
shouldn't be consumed.
it, maybe not, but we do it anyway. You know, the average human doesn't taste that smoke flavor on a regular basis. So whenever you first get into an Islay whiskey, that's all you taste.
Right.
Is you're just
Fucking
smacked in the
lingering, man.
face with that smoky, herbal, earthy, medicinal, like mossy flavor.
Earthy's a good way to describe
Yeah,
it.
but
I
once
I
you,
wish I had dirt in my mouth.
the more that you sip it, you become accustomed to that smoke flavor, and then you start to notice all these other things that are also present from the grain, like the grain of the whiskey and the ex-bourbon barrels that this is aged in.
Oh, okay.
You start to notice those flavors as well. So, yeah, for me, like once I get past the smoke, it actually reminds me a lot of Glenmorangie. I get a lot of light fruit flavors underneath that smoke. And that just, it has these two contrasting flavors that just I think it makes it awesome. And that's why I love Islay whiskeys. It's just
Hell yeah.
just like terrible smoke and medicine.
Yeah, you can stop there.
fucking dirt
Or you can keep going. Yeah, no, you're
So
still
one last
describing it.
clashing with the nice, light, sweet, pretty, fruity
No.
flavors, and they're just going.
One last question
Fruitiest tongue
before
in my
we
butthole.
get to the ratings and we wrap this up. Islay whiskeys, specific to Scotland, or also do other countries have variants of it?
Ireland's Islay. Just saying.
Is that a stumper? Did I just stump the whiskey master?
No, I was sighing at his stupid comment.
This is true. Islay, Isla, Island. Vis-a-vis Ireland.
To answer your question, so Islay whiskey, it's actually a region of Scotland. It's an
Ugh.
island off the coast of Scotland.
So Islay is just Scotland.
Yeah, Islay is just Scotland. However, there are other countries that do smoked whiskeys.
They're just not Islay.
They're not.
whiskeys, yeah.
They can't be considered Islay because they're not made on the island of Islay.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's all. But there are other countries that
Good
do
for them.
peated whiskeys, even
yeah.
like America, like Balcones and Waco.
Are there any repeated whiskeys?
Oh God,
Yes.
I can't wait for you to do a shot of this.
Oh.
It's going to bring me so much pleasure.
So if I finish that, I don't have to do it, right?
No, you still have to do it.
Well, that's horseshit.
We saw the reaction. It's on camera.
It's on camera.
Oh, that's horseshit.
It's on camera.
I'm gonna push you both right now, just a little bit towards the rating side, because I want to see
-1.
I want to see the fear
Let's do it.
and the hatred in Meadowbrook's eyes as he turns to
Let's
the
do
dark
it.
side, taking the shot.
Let's do it.
For this one, for me, delicious, good, bold, smoky flavor, not too harsh afterwards. Not my favorite taste in the world, so I'm gonna give it like a 3.8.
Okay.
3.8.
Okay.
What's the price on it?
Oh yeah, so it's a $45 bottle. So it kind of splits the difference
I'll
between.
stay at 3.8.
It kind of splits the difference, or actually exactly splits the difference between Glenmorangie and Glendronach at
Hell yeah.
45. But yeah, it's a $45 bottle.
I'd rather have KD for $12, man.
Bryce?
To me, I give this a 4, just because I love the complexity of Islay whiskeys. There's just a lot that's going on in them.
I'm not gonna doubt that.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot going on.
There's a
Hell
lot
yeah.
going on. It's always a journey when you're drinking
To
Islay.
hell.
Maybe for some. But yeah, it's always a journey when you're drinking Islay. There's so many contrasting flavors going on, and I just love that.
Spray,
So yeah,
Sharpies,
I give it a 4. I give 4 for Ardbeg 10.
All right.
Especially at the price point. Like, I just think it's great.
It's not too bad. All right, couch fans, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first.
1.
We have a 4. Once again, I want to thank Mr. Bryce for joining us on the Whiskey of the Month.
Yeah,
you will
thanks.
find him
Thanks for
on
coming
one
around.
episode a month
We definitely enjoy
coming
it.
to us live.
As much as
on
I hate
Mondays.
some of this, I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun and
Yeah.
informational. So, real quick, let's go ahead and make him take this shot. Yeah,
That's
and we'll
fucked up.
go ahead
So-
and wrap up this Whiskey of the Month.
Do I just have to finish it?
we need to fill them in on this. So
Yeah.
Oh.
we discussed this before shooting. If anybody just absolutely does not like a whiskey, like Middlebrook did not like the rye whiskey in the first whiskey shoot we
It's
did.
like it only affects me. This is bullshit.
Well,
It's not true.
stop being a bitch.
I just hide it better.
Same. I actually hate whiskey.
No, both.
The long
Both.
con.
Long con. I'm doing this. I'm doing this for the clicks.
Well, all
boys.
right, let's get into it. Let's make him take a shot.
Yeah. If
do
anyone
it.
hates a whiskey, they have to take a shot of it at the end of the shoot. That's the new rule.
Fuck me.
So
Let's do it. Pour him up a shot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we said we were going to make him do it,
Guys.
so we're going to make him do it. He hated a whiskey. He's going to take a shot of that whiskey.
I'm always gonna hate one.
Mr.
This is
Middlebrook,
bullshit.
please take up your glass. Please
Motherfucker.
take up your glass, Mr.
Motherfucker.
Middlebrook.
2 arms.
2 arms.
I have 2.
I don't have much in this either, but I'm gonna toast
I need
Mr.
to-
Bryce on it.
I have a little bit.
You're fine. That's
All
enough.
right. Yeah, that's good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us again. I'll say it one more time. 51 subscribers. Get me 49 more, and I'll shoot a boot on the air. We're going to go ahead and have Mr. Middlebrook take us out on this one. Mr. Middlebrook, if you will.
I hate you guys. Why are you doing this to me, Bryce?
Middlebrook. 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 Middlebrook.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, no.
oh no.
Oh, God.
Oh,